just so it's just like my music playing. I just don't know how to do that yet.
Oh, okay. So I use a virtual splitter.
Uh-huh.
I use Voice Meter Banana, and it
Voice
has a
meter banana.
yeah. It's and it you download the whole Voice Meter set like a suite. It's got a bunch of audio stuff. You might find it useful actually. Um, and then what you do is you go in there and you can like it splits it into two. So I have like my Discord and like
What's it
something that
called?
voice meter MEE. But we are live.
Oh, yo, 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 yo.
I just figured that's a good conversation to have on air, actually, because it's useful stuff for small streamers like us to be able to split that type of stuff. So what I do is I
Facts,
put like
though.
my music, like you can split it or whatever, So I'll put my Discord and my music in the same one a lot of times. But then you just go into your sound settings on your desktop and you know switch them to that because it'll split it into two virtual audio sources. Um,
Got you.
and then you just go into your sound settings and make those your default audios for whatever program you're using.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that later.
It's pretty easy.
Because sometimes I just wanna have my music playing while I have my start to stream stuff up.
Yep.
And then sometimes it gets interrupted by the people I'm in a party with
Yep.
or in a chat with. Um, so yeah, let me go ahead and start mine.
Lurk for a lurk, man.
Oh, I got you. I'm actually watching right now, so
I need to. Sorry if this comes up. Stream.
I was in a dark room, loud tune, but gonna make a bow soon. I be fucked up for the I see the crowd move, change it about a minute, and record don't repeat.
But yeah, no, Windows 11 is a good update. I felt like
Oh, 100%.
I waited a little while, a couple
You
weeks,
did.
just
I
to
did it like immediately.
yeah. They're gonna they're gonna do support on 10 for until 2025. I think they said. So
That makes sense.
that'd be cool.
But yeah, I had to. Like, I saw the pop up. I'm like, hold on, Windows 11, and I think I like waited a day, I think, and then did it the next day. Like when I went to sleep, woke up, and I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty dope.
Yeah, it didn't take me that long to download it. Um,
I honestly don't even remember how long it took. I went to sleep. I just did it before I went to bed.
right. Sorry, stream. There may be some stuff pop up here. What's my title? I need episode 2.
Let me pop this chat up though.
All right.
Let me pull for the liquor. Let me dive in. Let pull for the liquor. I'm gonna
I do want to
dive
give a
in.
quick shout out to Soupy. Thanks for the follow,
Yes,
man. Appreciate that.
soapy,
I know
soapy,
he's
soapy.
one of Tophers guys. He came in and followed the other day, so I just want to give him a big major shout out there. Appreciate
Yes,
that, man.
sir.
Big
Soupy, soapy.
big appreciates. I guess really just getting started.
Hey, Terry.
Terry, if you don't mind hopping into the actual Discord and letting us know uh, feedback on hand with sound, etc.
I, one chopper, 200 shots. My, about, oh, you, I, one chopper, 200 shots.
All right. Well, I am back with Gamers Talk About Life and stuff. That's all I've been able to come up with because I'm uncreative. So, what's going on, man? I'm here with it's Topher or it's Toe Threer. Um,
Tothrier. Yes, exactly how you say
just like
it.
enriched your forenium. But
Euphonium.
what's going on, man?
That sounds better than Tothrium though. Euphorium. That actually sounds pretty dope.
I could
But
rock
I'm
with it, man.
chilling. I'm chilling though. How about yourself, my guy?
Smoking a bowl, enjoying life, just
Fuck yeah.
hanging out, man. Came to talk to you about some gamer stuff and some life, man. I know you're. We'll just start out with the nitty gritty. Where you from, and obviously don't give any extra details that you don't want to do. But where you're from, what's your story, man?
Well, I am from the mean streets of Chicago. No, that's cap. I am from Chicago though. Um, the north side of it, north suburbs. If anybody knows the area, it's closer to the Northwestern, Big Ten school. So grew up over there um, for a while. Then moved to Tennessee for a couple years, and that's side note. That's exactly where I want to retire. I love Tennessee.
Okay.
Um, but lived there for about 4 years. Then came back this way, not this way. Back to Chicago. Was there for ever. Honestly, I couldn't wait to get out. But yeah, nothing too special. But Illinois, or how other people say it, Illinois, even though the S is silent.
Right.
Um, but Illinois, Chicago area, so I'm from around there.
Okay. Where in relation to the airport is that? Because
Um,
I've been to Chicago several times, but I have to base everything off of where O'Hare is, or Midway even.
so I'm closer to O'Hare,
Okay.
about like 45 minutes on a good day if there's no traffic.
Man, and that's
Yeah,
never.
exactly.
Man,
So
that's never.
about an hour and some change.
Right.
Um, but it also depends on where you like how you get there. Um, Growing up over there, I found a little shortcuts here and there, so I'm able to get there a little bit quicker sometimes if I need to hurry.
Oh hell
But
yeah,
yes,
yeah. No,
yeah.
I actually dated a woman that was from Chicago. Terry, will you do me a favor? Will you grab me a Dr. Pepper and that energy drink out of the fridge? That way I don't have to ask you to do nothing else. Thank you. You're a fucking G. But sorry to interrupt like
Terry
that.
the goat.
Terry is the goat, man. Great roommate, great dude. I'm gonna host him, even though he doesn't stream or anything at some point, if he'll get on here and talk to me. But no, that's cool, man. Like I said, I dated a girl from there, and redheads. I got a thing for redheads. They're dangerous. Be careful. But no,
You're not lying.
she lived. I mean, I'm talking. I don't know, 5 miles from O'Hare, in Bensonville.
Bentonville. I want to say that sounds familiar, but it
I
really
want to say it's
doesn't.
like just it's like northeast. It's like a couple miles. It's like right there, but it's not bad. It was pretty cool. Little suburb there. She worked actually downtown at the Hard Rock Hotel there, on Michigan Avenue. But
Okay.
lots of crazy stories. She used to tell me lots of crazy stories. But she was the overnight lady when what's his face, Shia LaBeouf peed in the hallway. So like I was actually on the phone with her and she's like, I'll be right back. I got a situation. Okay.
That's hilarious.
But during his crazy days. But yeah, man, that's pretty cool. So you're from Chicago. What made you go to Tennessee? Was it family? Was it job opportunities? What made you go there and then go back?
So my dad worked for CarMax, and like we moved around a lot. Like before we went to Tennessee, he probably lived in 4 or 5 different cities in Illinois,
Okay.
just because he was traveling all the time. And then it just so happened to take him to Tennessee, so we moved over there for a couple years. And then unfortunately, him and my mom got separated,
Okay.
and ended up staying there for like another year and some change, and then ended up moving back because those job opportunities out there for her weren't the best.
Right.
So we just moved back to some family, and um, rest was history.
Right. So I know you and I have talked before about you couldn't wait to get the heck out of there basically. Uh,
Facts.
so you joined the Air Force. Is that correct?
Yes.
What how'd that all come about? And was it just the Air Force? You're like, I'm going straight to the Air Force, or was it, you looked at other things?
So as you say, I was just ready for something new. It was. I'm a person who likes new stuff and trying new things and bettering myself to say the
Right.
least. And I just felt super complacent in the place that I was at. Like I was uh dead end job after dead end job after dead end job, just like moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on. And I'm like, all right, I gotta find some sort of consistency in what I'm doing. And I was actually about to, because I also went to college, well, a year of college in Illinois as well. And so my freshman year on Christmas break, I was actually about to be like, yeah, forget school. I'm just about to go join the Air Force and just find something else to do. But I got talked out of it, try and finish up school and all that stuff. And that didn't work out. So I just said forget school anyways, and then just
Right.
went into just the workforce and just trying to, I don't know, make something out of myself in that sense. Um, and so a couple years roll by, and still in my mind, I'm still in the same spot that I was, like nothing really to show for. And then this one night, like I just could not go to sleep, and in my head I'm like, yo, I just need something else. Like I need something new. I need to get out of here, do something. And then the Air Force popped right back in my head, and that night signed up, got in contact with the recruiter, and then the rest was history. I didn't even bother looking at it, the Marines or the Armory or
Yeah,
Navy or anything.
you
Like
knew what you wanted and went after it.
exactly.
Right
I
on.
was like, I'm not. I'm a bright person. Like I'm an intellectual. I like to tell myself. But and I kind of knew that Air Force was kind of more less less military-y, if
Yeah,
that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So but still has that structure of like still being able to gain discipline and all the stuff that I felt that I needed was going to be a good foundation for me to actually start my life and actually start doing stuff that would improve myself. So then I
And
just went
I
into it.
think a lot of people miss out on the. This is gonna sound like the prison, but three hots and a cot. You know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
if you want to, you can literally save every penny that you make in the military because you can stay on post and you can eat at the defect. Nobody
Yep.
does it, but you can.
You can
I
save
mean, actually, I say
so
that.
much money.
I don't know how the Air Force is because y'all got a lot more better funding than we do. So y'all might actually, y'all's defects might be worth going to instead of having to go to.
No, we have some really good defects. Like we have like my tech school actually had like the number one defect in the military. Um and yeah, it was number one for a reason. It was fire.
It's pretty sad for the Army when, one of the better defects I can think of is in Afghanistan or
Yeah, that's
Kuwait.
saying something. That's saying something
Yeah, I
actually.
mean, there's some good ones out there. Fort Bragg, North Carolina has a good one. There's several out there, but Nah, just that was always a joke that y'all always get better food and complained if you didn't get air conditioning and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is
We do.
hazard pay. I need air
We do.
conditioning.
We do. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I mean, you do have a
I'm not even
shaving
gonna lie.
profile. I mean, you have a full ass beard. Just going
Yeah.
to work. So what do you do? What do
Yeah.
you do?
So right now I am, well, kind of two things. Like I started off um in New Jersey. That's where I'm stationed. Um, and I started off with aircraft maintenance on a bomber that we have. Well, not a bomber. Oh, excuse me. It's not a bomber. On a tanker. I apologize. A tanker.
Okay.
Um, and did that for about year and 3/4, 2 years. And then got switched to the supply side of it. So supplying all the tools and everything that goes into actually maintaining the jets. So I've been in there in that shop coming on about 4 or 5 months now. So I'm just getting used to a new job, but yeah, I tell everybody I just work on planes.
That's pretty
It
cool though.
sounds,
That's pretty
yeah.
that's pretty sick though. So without, I mean, I know your job probably, I mean, I would guess handles a lot of classified information, but just without telling any of that kind of stuff, what do you do from day to day?
So right now, this is public information that we just got a new jet, that's replacing our old one. Um, and at this point, it's hard to really explain, but I'm pretty sure you can imagine the amount of logistics that go into onboarding a new jet,
And getting rid of
uh,
another one.
and getting rid of another one at the same exact
Right.
time.
Because you're not just
Um,
scrapping those, you got to sell them to somebody or right,
Exactly. Like
right.
we had to still there, like a lot of money was invested into those jets,
Right,
so they
right.
can't just really throw them away. So it's a lot of outboarding of old tools and boarding a shitload of new tools.
Inventory,
Um,
inventory, inventory.
exactly. It's so
Y'all
much
probably
that
getting
goes into
shipments every day too of
it's
just yeah,
literally daily.
yeah.
Daily, and then having to make toolboxes of everything. Yeah,
Switching to any
it's a
kind of new
struggle.
system in the military is a pain in the ass, and I can't imagine doing it with an airplane. Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's crazy. Speaking of airplanes and billions of dollars of equipment, did you see the um, our friends across the pond s- lost a F-35?
Yes, I have seen that.
I
I
mean,
have seen that.
I haven't read all the details, but for what I know, the guy was having a health issue, right?
Hmm.
From my knowledge. So I mean, his life. I mean, it's a lot of money, but his life's probably worth more than that plane. So it's best for him just get out of the plane, and they're probably not thinking it like that. They're like, oh, that's a
See, like
couple
I feel
billion
like
dollar
in his
plane.
situation, exactly like in his situation, like he probably bled blue to like the bone, and so in his mind, it's like, okay, this is something that has been entrusted to me. Like I have to take care of it. Like
Right.
it's under me, and so I have to do everything that I can do to try and salvage the military's asset. So
Well, it kind of becomes his baby too, Like,
yeah, no, 100%.
yeah.
And that's even more to the fact of like I have to take care of this. Like this is entrusted to me. So I mean, I get it, but I don't know. My life is way
Way more
worth
important than that
way
plane.
more than that. I'm jumping out that.
Well, he bailed, I thought, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so,
Yeah,
but like
yeah. But
I'm
see, I
not.
would have
It's not
bailed,
even a.
for sure.
I would have
Yeah,
bailed as
yeah,
soon as like, oh, can't do nothing. I'm
yeah,
gone.
yeah. And so I mean, the kind of balls that takes to try to save the plane, knowing that the longer you're in there, the closer you're getting to it being really bad.
I'm like,
But
they can buy another one.
yep,
They can
America
buy
will just
another
give
one.
us another one. It'll be
Yep,
cool.
they can
Uh,
buy another one.
they're not using all of them anyway. So, no, that's pretty
Exactly.
cool. It's pretty cool. So, outside of obviously this is a gamers talk type situation, but
hmm
outside of gaming, what do you like to do?
So, I'm actually a music producer. I make beats of all kinds. I like to say I'm starting to really broaden my scope, as far as the type of production that I'm putting out. I don't want like I'm not trying to keep myself in a box of just the typical trap beats and all that stuff. So
Okay.
starting to branch out to like EDM. Um, I actually started making music because my dad. Well, let me correct myself. My uncle got me into making music, but the type of music that I started making was because of my dad. Loves house music,
Okay.
loves house music, and that's mainly the type of music I grew up listening to. Like I like to dance,
Yeah.
so I just started making music that made me dance, and so it kind of just evolved from that.
Yeah, you was dancing while I was
And
trying to get all this set up.
exactly, I just
Right?
like
Yeah.
music is good to me, and like I love music. Like music is definitely like my heart line, and like being able to actually have that creativity to make it um, is a blessing. So that's one thing I'm mainly focusing on right now, and it's kind of hard to juggle my streaming and that, but soon I'll be able to see them really mend.
Yeah, well,
And
and you've been doing some music streams, like kind of showing how you do things, and uh, and that's been pretty cool because I have no fucking clue what's going on. I just sit there and listen to the music, you know. So, but no, that's pretty cool, man. So I guess where do you want to take that as far as music goes? Do you want to make it a career, or do you just want to keep it like a hobby?
so I've actually been doing a lot more thinking as to where I want to take it. Um, like in the past, as every producer wants to do. I just want to make beats for all the biggest artists and all this stuff. But then, like, you start growing up and you actually start learning the business of music, and then you realize how political it is. And it's a like a who you know, and it's less of how good you are, and all that stuff. So I'm kind of like starting to lean away from going mainstream with it. Um, because like as in the military, like I'm not a political person. Like I'm not gonna kiss anybody's ass just to get ahead. Like I'm just that's not how I've been raised.
Right.
Like I've been raised to have morals and hold myself to a standard to not drop down just for somebody else's satisfaction. Um, and I'm just with the fact of kind of mending it with my music as I was talking. I mean, with my gaming as I'm talking about. Like everybody needs uh, a some background music or some just non-copyrighted music in the background of their stream, or just something for their highlight video,
Commission,
or
have it doing commission like type work, like on that.
exactly,
Yeah, I was actually
exactly.
gonna you you beat me to the punch. I was gonna suggest that actually. Like that's dope. But and we shit, great minds think alike. We talk about that all the time.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
no, but
exactly, exactly.
no, that's dope,
What's
man.
up, Sue? What's up?
I have no idea what the hell any of that. I can't do it. I just listen and join in and but yeah, dude, I'll be your first commission, man. I need some intro music for this intro and outro music for this podcast.
I'm with it 100%.
We can talk about details later.
Yes,
Uh,
sir. Yes,
but
sir.
yeah, that'd be cool. So I guess have you looked into selling any of your getting on Fiverr and just putting your stuff out there?
So right now, I mean, I've sold plenty of beats
Okay, hell
thus
yeah.
far. right now I'm kind of working with some like majority of the people that I've been working with when I was at home back in Chicago. Like my brother actually, I want to plug him definitely.
Okay,
He's
do
actually an
that.
artist himself. So I've made a decent amount of his beats. Like his first album I produced by myself. His name is King Lear. Um,
Is that Lear like Learjet?
Sleer.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. You can find him on Spotify. But I've been trying to like I'm not a hype beast. Like I'm not a person who like likes to hop on the hot train or the hot person. Um, I like to kind of build up and build with people. So those it's more independent artists that I'm working with right now. Um, but I've also like on my YouTube, it's Topher Gaming. Like all my highlights that I have on there are my beats behind it. Um, so I'm trying to get a platform up just to kind of widen the scope of having not just the old music that you see behind everybody's highlight video. So just trying to broaden people's scope on that as well.
That's cool.
So I'm doing some things, but I don't know. I feel like I could be doing a little bit more as well.
Well, man, keep us posted, man. We're I'm interested. I'm down. I like it. So,
Appreciate you.
yeah, Soupy in the chat, man. Yes, sir. Yep, for sure, man. For sure. Appreciate you, man. Definitely. Um, but yeah, just getting back into it. I guess we can talk a little bit of gaming here. Um, we are gamers, obviously. You were. I'm trying to learn from you on the FPS ways, man. But I'm just not there, man. I'm old. Man, what do you play? What are you good at? What got you into gaming? Let's just start there. What got you into
Ah,
gaming?
what got me into gaming? I believe I was born a gamer.
Okay. All right.
um, I don't know. I always found it. I just gravitated to it. Like, I it's against my religion at this point, but I started with PlayStation. Um, and my religion is Xbox.
Same
Um,
and
but
same.
I started with PlayStation. Like I had the old play PS1, like I had the old one. Um, and
The
just
big gray
always
bastard.
exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, it was before that. I started really with the N64 and GameCube,
I didn't play much
and
GameCube.
oh, I loved Mario Kart. Like that's probably to this day. Like I want to get like an emulator on my PC to be able to play Mario Kart. Like Mario Kart is probably one of
That
my
would be
favorite games.
sick. You know there's one
Like
out there.
yeah, oh, of course. I don't know why just now I'm thinking
I'm
of it.
scared of emulators for
Um,
whatever reason. I'm paranoid.
what?
I'm just
What?
paranoid. Someone's gonna
I
give me
need
a
to.
virus, man.
That's
I'm an old
why we
man. I'm a
re-reviews. That's
I'm
all.
a I'm an old man.
No, but I need to get one. But Mario Kart was probably like my first favorite game.
Okay.
Um, Played it all the time. And then kind of graduated into because earlier my mom she's a God-fearing woman. As I'm a God-fearing man. But she did not let me play like shooting games, anything rated M. Nope, not at all. Not even getting close to the house. So I just had to find other stuff to do. Like I would play Midnight Club or anything
Ah,
that would.
Midnight Club.
Yeah, Midnight Club is the goat
Yeah.
as well. But anything that would just pass the time, because I really got into gaming when my mom and dad passed, because it was just a escape from
Right.
the mental state that I was in. It would just allow me to just go into a different world and just not even give a care of the world what I was doing or how I was at that moment. I'll just play something, play as a different character, like just get out of my life and go into somebody else's. Um, and it really just stuck. I mean, I just got addicted to games, and my brother will attest that I just would not get off of it. And so that just translates to me being good at games.
Yeah.
FPS games. Well, I'm good at majority of the games that I play. Like I pick up stuff pretty quickly, but I'm a big FPS player. So that's what really got me into it. Just bad times and a lot of time to spare, basically.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. And yeah, I agree with that. Being able to escape, into a video game, and people like, oh, you play too many video games. I'm like, well, you watch 3 hours of TV a night. What's the difference? What's the difference?
Honestly,
You're
honestly,
you're getting wrapped up in a story. You're escaping your real life problems with this story on television. What's the difference doing it on a video game? It's just more interactive. You know.
you're 100%
Say, and it
factual.
goes for and you can argue reading is you could be more educational just by reading, but the reading's the same way. You're escaping into that book. You're
Mm-hmm.
escaping into those characters. So yeah,
100%.
I've never been on that. Like I'm just like, yeah, just
Yeah.
get over it. You're just mad.
Yeah.
You're just grumpy.
hmm
No, that's cool though.
Exactly.
So what games are you playing mostly right now? I know there's you've been kind of all over the place a little bit.
Yeah, I'm definitely one of those people who really can't stick to one game. Like I have my collection of games that I play on the regular. But I just like you said, I can't just stick to one. Just because there's so many good ones out. But majority of the time, I'm either playing Destiny with y'all,
Yo.
or well, not as of late. I've been kind of playing a little bit other stuff.
Everybody's kind of been taking a
I,
break from Destiny. It's
yeah,
been good. It's been good.
yeah, it's been good to me. But play Apex, of course. Been on a little rank grind. Hit plat a couple weeks ago. Um, been playing the new Halo, of course. That game is extremely fire. Hit platinum that as well. Um, New Battlefield. Just of course, just almost all the FPS games you could think that are like hot right now. I've been playing. I cool out with some Hearthstone every now and then. Well, not even every now and then. It's about every day. Like I got addicted to it. It's bad. Um, my coworker
I've
got me
heard that'll
into it.
happen.
Yeah, my coworker got me into it, and I haven't been able to get away from it. Just because it's a great time killer.
It is. Yeah.
You kind of just sit there and just play cards. Um, and
Yeah. No.
uh,
Cards are good.
yeah, no, it's fun. What else I've been playing? It's you see how I just named off like 5 different games.
Right.
Um, but like Riders Republic, I played that a little bit. Um, I've started on the Far Cry 6 storyline. It's actually a really good game, but I tried to
Great.
stream it and it just completely crashed my stream.
Oh,
I can't stream it.
yeah, it's super intensive.
Yeah, I can't stream it. I wish I could, but I
Yeah,
can't.
it's gorgeous though. Yeah.
Um, I wanted to start playing Forza, like Horizon 5. I wanted to start playing. I haven't actually started playing it yet because every time I try and start it, it's like something goes wrong. But soon I'll be able to fix that and
He,
get how I need it to be.
he said that stream was the funniest stream when he streamed Far Cry. Was it just crashing on you and shit?
Yeah, it was just like I started walking for like 2 seconds. I walked in the building and then everything froze.
Oh
I'm
no,
like, okay, are we just gonna start again? And it was like,
it's
nope,
not happening.
boop,
Not
closed
happening.
down.
That's funny.
And yeah, so that
No,
was
that
that
game
was
that game's good, but stop on the storyline. Like, I don't know. When you feel like it's the end, stop because it's not the end. That's all I'm gonna say. Just stop there, though.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I have
all.
to
That's
finish it.
that's all I can say. It's a no. It's a really good. It's a really good game. Awesome game. And that's the first Far Cry I've played all the
Oh
way through.
wow.
I played Primal a little bit for the dinosaurs
Hmm.
and shit, but because I played a lot of Ark, but
Okay.
I didn't really like it because it just wasn't what I was expecting, to be honest. But yeah, Far Cry 6 was really good. A lot of fun. You
Yeah,
know,
no, it's good so far.
I know
I
lifed it
like the
for
move.
like a week and a half and just went right through the campaign, man. But yeah, there's get all the like go on some of the treasure hunts and get the like Ida stuff. Ida.
Ida.
Yeah.
Ida.
All that
Okay, I'll
stuff.
have to
All that
remember
stuff.
that.
They're like you like go find a bunch of totems and stuff, and gives you like a badass backpack thing with like a gun that you can like
Mm.
literally shoot through and one shot anything through walls, through the ground, through mountains. I mean, from a relatively short distance, but through almost anything.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
OP.
Okay. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to keep a
Yeah.
lookout for that one.
So it's OP.
That sounds
But yeah,
dope.
go
That
look for
sounds
those.
dope.
It's a full armor set and then and then a backpack, and it gives you the weapon when you get the backpack. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. So yeah, Far Cry was cool. We'll have to play some Forza Horizon.
Oh yeah.
I've been playing it on M&K with my keys. It's kind of weird. And
It's
then
not bad.
I
I've tried. I actually played Horizon 4 with it, like when I first got my PC. It wasn't bad, but it just feels way better with a controller.
it's not bad. My only issue is I can't. I'm not. And maybe I just haven't done enough. But I'd rather, because I like running with manual or whatever, manual transmission. So it's hard to do with M&K.
Yeah.
It's hard to do because it's just a lot of finger moving, and I'm just old and arthritic, man. So, oh, Gager with the lurk, man. Appreciate you, brother. But yeah, old and arthritic. But yeah, Apex. So that was the first game you mentioned there. We'll just go off of that. So a new season started a couple weeks ago, right? Something like that.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
With the new character.
Yes, Ash.
Okay. And so what's this character do? What's what and what I guess would bring someone that is a main Destiny player, or a main CS:GO player, or a main Rainbow Six player. What should bring them to Apex?
Oh, I forgot Rainbow Six too.
Yeah, I
You
know.
reminded me.
I did. I didn't. I got you, bro. I got you.
I appreciate it.
I got
Appreciate
you.
it. But Ash is, if anybody who has played Apex, she is like Wraith 2.0 essentially. She has a lot of movement capabilities, a lot of trap. She's your typical I'm a sweat. I know how to kill people character. Basically, if you're good, you're really good with her. Um, but I don't know. To me, Apex just has like coming from Destiny, it still has that movement. I'm a huge movement guy. Like I love movement in games, like the different what's the word I'm looking for? Not like capabilities, but along those lines, like the different movement aspects in games that give it its own
Being able to
uniqueness.
level, change angle.
Exactly,
Yep.
like get vertical real quick, get horizontally real quick. Like just being able to move. Like I love the movement in these games. And for me, like Destiny has amazing movement.
Yeah.
And so does Apex for me. Like you can get from one side of the map to the other in no time, just depending on who you play.
Yeah.
Um, and gunplay is really good, really really good. Of course, you still have to the the sensitivity is kind of it differs from some games. So like
Oh, it definitely does.
if I
Whew.
go from playing Apex to let's say going to play Rainbow Six, I have to warm up for a good like 30 minutes because Rainbow Six sensitivity is way more fine and more
Mm-hmm.
precise
Mm-hmm.
rather than um rather than Apex where it's a little more playful.
Yeah,
Is how I would put it. But going from
that's a good point.
Destiny to Apex, I have to warm up in Apex a little more because Destiny's aiming is a little more forgiving. Um, so you kind of that's why I like all three of them in their own respect because it has their own uniqueness to it. And so
Yeah,
yeah, it's super fun.
yeah.
I
No,
recommend it to anybody.
so for someone, and I'll kind of probably ask you the same question in because we're gonna talk about several games, because
Hmm.
we're gamers, but I'll ask you this question about several of the different games. So for just starting with Apex, from someone that's, obviously, I'm not gonna say that's not obviously, but you're no pro. I think you can.
Hmm.
I actually think you're good enough to if you and you just don't have the time to be one. Honestly, you can't be a pro and be in the military. You just
Nah,
you
it don't
you
work like
just
that.
so. Um, but if you had the time, I really think your skill from what I've seen you and what I've played against other people in different games, like you're up there. So if you had the
Appreciate it.
time to do it, I think you could do it. Um, but you're not a pro. But for someone that's good at that game, what would you for someone like me? I
Mm.
got like I said, I'm old, arthritic. You got those fast twitch muscles, those young man muscles. I got these old man, like not all firing on all cylinders. Maybe like I'm a V6, but I only got 5 rocking right now. You know, um, how does some what would be your way to tell me to get better?
There's this drink called Get Good.
Okay.
You feel me? No, I'm just
I
playing.
was
Uh,
unable to fill my prescription. It was out of date.
no, but honestly, I would focus on your sensitivity. I feel like half the battle is people try to um get used to a bad sensitivity for them and it suffers because they're trying to get good at it rather than finding their sensitivity and getting good at that because it
Okay.
might feel uncomfortable like when you're first getting used to it but soon you're gonna feel like oh this feels a little bit better like I'm being able to aim a little bit better I can move and shoot like I can strafe and everything as I'm shooting and I'm still hitting my shots um so I feel like uh sensitivity is a huge thing that people kind of overlook sometimes. And rather than finding their own, they go on YouTube. What's the best sensitivity for Apex, or what's the best sensitivity for this?
Well, is
And
going online and having a starting point, is that something that is
see, I think yes, but people stick to it rather than tweak it.
okay. Yeah, I see.
And
So yeah, what's gonna work for Shroud is not gonna work for me.
exactly, that dude is a freak.
That dude is
Like,
stupid. That
it
dude
is
is
a freak.
he has literal like
I
he's been tested.
it's,
He's been tested. He has like unnaturally unhuman reflexes.
yeah,
Like
it's ridiculous.
actually, by time they've
You're
timed
just
him.
yeah, I can believe it. Like you're not, you just can't. Like
Soup, you damn
you
toe
have to
caught why I'm
be.
ass at Apex. Soupy, I feel that in my soul, like deep down, like in the guts.
Like
No,
it's a thing. Like there's another streamer, Mutex. He's a Call of Duty streamer,
okay.
but he plays on max sense on a
Oh,
controller, like 2020 max sense. Now, if I were to try and hop on and play 2020 max sense, I'm not hitting a damn thing.
all over the place.
Exactly. I'm just not. But for somebody like him who has practiced that and made that his sense, it works for him. Now somebody like Lil Johnny is gonna be like, "Oh, my favorite streamer does is on 2020, so let me try it." And then they wonder why they're bad because they can't hit anything because they can't see anything because they're just
All going all over the
going
place.
all
Yeah,
over the place.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly, like he's learned how to control it.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I feel like sensitivity is a huge thing that people overlook and take other people's advice way too frequently.
Okay.
So that would be my advice. Just
Is that something that you know?
find your
Because
shot.
that's something I want to use this podcast as a way to boost small streamers. Maybe get them an extra view here and extra view there. I don't really care. I'm gonna have
Hmm.
I have a 5-year-old. I'm not gonna be able to do this for a long time. I'm just gonna do it for fun. Let's make some YouTube videos, hang out with my friends, and the ones that stream will boost them up. But is that something I think as small streamers we can see big streamers doing that we can do differently and still and can because we'd be like, hey, we're like you said, don't this is my DPI that I start at, but make sure
Hmm.
you adjust it, and make a video on how to adjust your DPI in your sensitivity settings.
Yeah, I do see like there are like I'm in a lot of people's other streams and I do see those questions pop up. Yo, what you doing? Or command settings or command sense or something like I see that all the time. Um, but what I don't do is what you said. Like they don't. What I don't see is what you said is them saying, "Yeah, start on this. This is how I got to it," or you should figure out your own, or when you what do you mean? Don't trust me on DPI?
Like
Oh no. But it's a thing of like actually being transparent. I feel like they're not as transparent as they can be. Not for the worst reason, as far as like there's so many people in their chat, so they really can't
right,
be
yeah,
as
yeah.
personal with people. So I get it. But I feel like taking that time to help people get to where you're at per se. Um, but I also am a firm believer that if you got it, you got it,
Oh
and
yeah,
some things
yeah.
just can't really be taught.
I
Um,
100% agree.
so like sometimes like it doesn't matter what your sense is, you just can't
Like,
fucking aim.
well,
Like,
see, my thing is I know there, and I don't think I've reached it, but I think I'm fairly close. But
mm,
I can tell that there's a ceiling in my ability. You
mm-hmm,
know what I mean? And I don't know. I blame it on the fact that I started gaming late, but I didn't start. I'm in my mid 30s, but I didn't start gaming until I was in my early 20s. Where most people start gaming as kids or in their teens.
yep.
I played some NCAA as a teenager. I played the Harry Potter games when they came out when I was young. I played some Mario Kart. I'm gonna age myself. I played some Duck Hunt and I played some Pong. So
Pong.
yeah,
Mm, that's a yeah. That's an old one.
a little bit, but yeah, no, that's a great point. DPI and sensitivity settings. I've been messing with that a lot lately, and I've noticed my game hasn't my level has increased a little bit. I'm still not great, but
The fuck is Pong?
the fuck.
It's an older game. Yeah,
Um,
you wouldn't know that one,
Google.
buddy.
It's called Google.
Yeah.
Um,
Of
no,
course I switch my every game because I have different senses for every game.
I
Thank you.
have I have different IQ profiles for every game. So
Exactly.
that's how in
That's
depth I've made mine. So it is what it is. I like it. So we mentioned some other games, so we'll just piggyback. And I know one of your big ones, because you're super competitive in it, and you don't like playing unless you got your full squad. Rainbow Six.
yeah.
Because
that is
watching you play Rainbow Six without your team might be one of the funniest things to watch in the world. Like,
Oh,
because
I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. No, Rainbow Six is what I deem my competitive game. I love like Tom Clancy makes great games ish. Besides Breakpoint, we're just not even gonna mention that one.
and that's
Um,
like the newest one. Or
that's the one that just completely botched on drop because of how many bugs and yeah, it just
well,
was supposed to be a great game and they
wasn't it
just
supposed to
messed
be
it up.
like a sequel to
Wildlands,
Wildlands, right? Okay,
yes, and Wildlands was
fantastic.
beautiful. Oh
God,
my goodness,
so
I
much
love that
fun, dude.
game.
I just
I
flew up high
loved
in the
that game.
airplanes and just fell out of the sky all the time.
Exactly. It
It's all
was
good.
so
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So good. Like even the multiplayer. So like I don't even like third person shooters. And that just got me into it because of how good it was. Um but yeah, Breakpoint, yeah, whatever that is.
So
But
don't. So I've been thinking about picking it up. So don't do it. Is what you're saying.
yeah, no,
Okay.
it's not worth really.
Okay.
Like the campaign isn't bad.
Well, I mean, I have the Ubisoft Plus
Yeah,
subscription thing.
that's how I got it on my PC
So
as
I may
well.
actually try because it's technically free. But
Yeah, I mean, shoot, by all means. Like, if you do it, I'll download it with you. It's not, it's still fun to play ish, but not as good as its predecessor.
right. Okay.
Wildlands is miles and miles ahead of it. But our six though is indeed my competitive game. If I could, if like you said, if I had the time, that probably would be the game that I wanted to try go pro in.
Okay.
Like just because I love I'm a huge team player. Like I love working as a team and that's probably as much team as you're gonna get. Like you can kill everybody, but it's not gonna be every round. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
every game.
Yeah.
It's probably not even gonna be every day.
Especially at the
Like
high levels.
exactly, because people are crazy in that game. The
Yep.
strats are
Yep.
out the wall. Like you
Yep.
you, you
Getting
play against
shot through a
a
bullet
different
hole, fucking
exactly. You
bastards.
you you don't know where you don't know
Yeah,
what
you
you're
have
gonna
no
see
idea,
every
dude.
single team you go up against because everybody has different strats for every single site on every single different map.
Yep.
So like it's
Yeah.
it's always like okay, how are you gonna do this? It's like you're thinking majority of the
Can you
time
adjust on
as
the
well
fly
as
too?
trying to react
Yeah.
exactly. So like that's why I just love it because it just it itches that part in my brain of having to think and play at the same time. Like some games really just don't do that. You can just kind of sit on autopilot and
Right.
kind of just play the game. But that one, you have to be like attentive the entire time, or else you're gonna walk around the corner and get shot at through a bullet hole that from a dude behind the wall that's laying prone, just waiting for you to come down the stairs.
Two
Like it,
two
it just
levels above you.
exactly you literally you
Yep.
coming through a door, you're getting shot from above because
Yep.
there's a hole through like it's such a good game. And yes, I am I can't even lie and say I'm not a rager at that game because it's annoying when people
It's not.
just
You don't
don't.
rage when you're with your squad, really.
Oh no, because
Like,
they know what I'm trying to do and I know what they're
yeah.
trying to do. And when I just get with randoms, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what is the thought process behind what you're doing right there? And my only solution or answer to my own question is just because I'm dumb. And so I get mad at people who are just kind of just
I
play the
am
game
the
brainlessly.
worst about that. And I'm the worst play. I'm not. I'm the worst player. I get mad at people. Oh man, I'm the worst. I got to get better about that, boys. And I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
We all
I
are.
can at least recognize that I have a problem.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
no,
we all
that
are.
yeah. But that's something I'm definitely working on. Um, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So what? I mean, I guess what would it take to get into the competitive scene in our,
Um,
because that would be your go-to. So what would you have to do there?
I feel like we play
Okay.
Soup definitely wants to play Siege, as you know. Um, but honestly, I feel like for me, if I were to try to go pro in any game, I would definitely have to, just for myself, get to the highest rank possible. So like I would have to be either like super super close to it or have hit it before I even really consider myself being ready to go into that lane. Um, like for Siege, it would be getting a champion, or for Apex, it would become a Predator, or at least Master, because
Getting
even that,
Predator only like so many
yeah, it's
people
S top
anyway.
500. And people like know life
No
that
life.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll take Master, but I feel like it would be a thing of me first hitting that max rank or getting as close as I possibly can. And then definitely just having the time to practice. And pretty sure along the way, find probably a little independent org, probably to start really getting my team chemistry, or like how well I would play with different people with different styles. Finding my role. I mean, I feel like I'm still in the middle between like a flex, as they call it, which is like uh a hybrid uh FPS, not say FPS, DPS, and a support player, kind of in between. Like some people, um, they like to be the utility people, or they like to just be the entry fragger. Like I'm kind of just in the middle. I see myself as a flex player. I can really do different amount of things depending on how the team needs it. But I feel like that'll probably be one of the first steps, is just me getting to that rank that I feel like I'm able to compete with those people in the pro scene already. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that'll definitely be the step.
Well, I mean, if that's a goal, man, do it. We
Yeah.
talked about the military being a hamper on that, and
Mhm.
you know, Terry P. Terry talks all the time about a group of Navy sailors stationed in Japan back in the Halo 3 days. And they were considered probably the best Halo 3 team out there. But they were stationed in Japan. They can't go to tournament. You know, they can't go to tournaments. They
Mhm.
can't.
Yeah,
So I think
they were limited.
he told me they won like 700 and something ranked Slayer games in a row.
Jesus.
In a row.
And Halo isn't like, people might think it's easy because it's
No,
like hip
especially not
fire
back
and
then.
everything.
Now it's a little bit easier,
Exactly.
but back then, oh, those guys were.
You
Uh,
want to like I can kind of agree with the how easy it has gotten, but you quickly get humbled when you look at the pro players who are playing it now and how they're playing it.
yeah,
You're like, yeah, I'm just not there.
I'm bad. Yeah,
I'm not there at all. Like, and I consider myself pretty good at the game. Like, I got placed in plat. Like
yeah,
that was my first rank, and so I consider myself a little bit above average. But then you see the people who are getting placed in diamond, and then you're looking at them like, yeah, I'm gonna get completely pooped on
crapped on.
by
Yeah,
this person if I even try and go against them one on one.
right.
So it's definitely humbling, but there's definitely a skill gap, and I feel like that's a realization people have to come to, is that there are skill gaps in how people play and who you're playing against. So you might think you're super good in the pool of people that you're playing against, but realize once you kind of get out of that pool
Well,
and
that's like me,
and
you, and Snipe the other day. We were playing. We were just shitting on kids in trials, and
yeah,
then we
and
ran
then
into
we fucking
Panda.
go against the panda, and then
Like
we realize
like
like, yeah, we not that, we not that yet.
we're okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
we can. Yeah, the 100%. That is a
he was
perfect
good.
example. Yeah.
I, I played Fallout this morning.
Mm.
actually in a control match. Weirdly enough.
Yeah, it's.
But he does his thing is he's not the best of the best. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he's an above average. He's probably on your skill level, you know what I mean? But gosh, Panda, that guy was
Like just literally the perfect example is like especially the map that we were on. Everybody slides to the middle lane and stay on the ground, try and get a sniper
yep.
off rip. The first thing that this man did, which was brilliant, has Stompies on playing Hunter, jumps, double jumps into the middle lane.
Yep.
I'm not looking up.
Yep.
That's just a 5-head play on his point because he knows everybody is looking straight
Yep.
with their sniper. He jumps up way above my scope. I don't see him and just instant 3 taps me. I'm like, um, excuse me, like
Yeah.
that's not how we play this game. But
No,
he
we
plays it
like
like
you're
that.
supposed to be down here, bro. I was
Exactly.
trying to
Like
snipe you down here. Why are you up
come
here?
down to everybody else, and it's just brilliant. Like it's
Yeah,
just
no.
game knowledge out the wazoo for
And
the
then when you
man.
said that
And
in games, after that, I noticed the high end players. That's what they were doing. They were crossing high into that middle lane and getting into you before anybody else
yep,
could get there. And
exactly.
yeah, but yeah, Vandy, we played them for flawless. Yeah, we were
Yeah,
going.
we were trying to get Snipe his flawless. We're on
Yeah,
our 7th game,
yeah.
and our luck, we just
We got two
yeah.
streamers.
I'm like, no way that says Panda, no way.
Yeah,
And then I look down because a lot of people have the name like that, and I look down and it says G1. I'm like, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
that's Panda,
yeah.
that's Panda.
He was good. He was good.
Oh,
Um, but yeah,
he was
shout out to
alright.
Panda
He
and
wasn't all that.
anybody who doesn't know who he is, go check out
Yeah,
his
definitely.
stuff.
You want
He's
to see
good.
high tier D2 play?
Definitely check out
That's
his
who you
stream. He's
watch.
really good for sure. Yeah. So yeah, just kind of moving out of the sweat into
Hmm.
some of the casual stuff. You know, Forza Horizon. You were talking about.
Hmm.
Do you play a lot of racing games, or is it just the Horizons that you got into? Or I know you said you played
Um.
Midnight earlier.
Yeah. So I've always liked driving games, like especially GTA. I've actually forgot to mention plenty of games that I played, but like I played GTA a little bit. I've always loved racing. Like I used to be heavy into GTA racing. Like like if anybody has played like custom maps,
Mm-hmm.
on GTA, like I've raced and have been friends with the creators of those maps. Like that's how deep I got into it. Um, even so as making my own maps. But I've always loved racing games like Black on PlayStation, Gran Turismo, like all the old racing games. I always loved driving. Like I personally I drive fast, like I'm racing somebody. Like if somebody passes me on the road, like I get mad because like now I'm in second place and now I have to pass him. Um,
Right. Okay.
so
Yep. You need to
but
get stationed in Germany.
man, I couldn't. I'll probably end up in an accident because I'll just be flying everywhere. Um, but no, Horizon. I've played Horizon 4 even on console pretty heavily. I just love driving games. Like it's just great. You feel like going fast, and you know you can't do it on the real road. I'm just gonna hop on this game, grab a Lambo, and just go 200 miles an hour
Yep.
and see where it goes.
Yeah.
And I just love that freedom aspect of it. You can just go however fast you want to go, and I just loved it.
I like Horizon because I played a lot of the motorsport Forza games, going all the way
Mm,
back to Forza 2.
yeah, I played those too.
And those were man, and actually Terry was talking about it when I was on Forza Horizon 5. He was like, "Man, he's like, you have a McLaren already?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got it as a gift for playing the other ones." He was like, "God, I remember Forza 2 when you had to like go through E level cars and then D level cars."
Facts.
And I was like, "Yeah,
Facts.
yeah." But it's kind of cool how they took the racing aspect and put it in an open world
Yes.
scenario type
That's why I
deal.
love
It's
Horizon.
really cool. So yeah, that's I'll probably get on Horizon after this, but now I got to
Man.
think about it. But something that you and I are gonna do coming up soon,
Mhm.
and we'll just talk about the first part of it. Halo has released.
Halo.
What did it released like the 15th?
It
I know.
was this. It was earlier this week.
Okay, so it was a
I
15th.
want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
beta
Yeah.
like a month ago or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
They had like a little play test or something. But yeah, so the multiplayer's released. Is it everything's released but the campaign and some of the skins and things?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So what do you think so far? I know we've talked a little bit on it, but we'll get a little bit in depth because it's a hot topic right now.
It is. It is. At this point, it has met my expectations of a Halo multiplayer. If anything, I wish a little bit some stuff was a little optimized a little bit better, like a little more balancing, but I can't expect that much. One out of a multiplayer beta. It's still in beta. Um, but it's also still a Halo game, so they're sticking to the older Halo format, which I like because that's when I got into the Halo games. Like me and my cousins and my brother, we would just mess around in Forge and just have a ball because this is how fun the game was and all the stuff that you can possibly do with it. Um, and oh, Rocket League too. I do play that too. See, I just forgot a bunch of games that I that I play, but
You get angry at that one too.
yeah, because that was actually one of my first games that I went like actually semi competitive in. Like I
Okay.
was actually on a team
Okay.
in Rocket League, so like I played that forever. Like that's always been like a back of the mind. Like I know I can just cool out, play some Rocket League. Um, but yeah, that was like my first game that I got super competitive enough to get on a team, and so yeah, I take that
I
pretty
I
competitively
remember
as
you
well.
talking about one is you describing it. It just made me think about my son playing soccer, running around like chasing the ball. He's like, "Are you just chasing the ball around the arena?"
I remember that, but yeah, yeah, exactly that. It was definitely that. I'm like,
Oh no,
I get that game gets me a little tilted. There's only certain games that have my buttons that can just kind of push it and break the button sometimes. But yeah, Rocket League is definitely one of those. But it's a really good game though. I recommend that to anybody. It's free.
for sure, for sure. I started playing it, I played like
Leave
4
COD
matches.
behind, Vandy. Leave it behind. It's in the past.
The new game looks okay. It looks,
It looks like a reskin.
but it's yeah.
It
I'm
looks
kind of
like a reskin.
I'm kind of with you on it. They got me with the Modern Warfare remake because Modern Warfare was like really the first. It was really the first game I started playing like as a shooter. 1 terabyte of space. Vanguard takes up
Yeah,
1 terabyte
I'm
of
telling you, like
space.
it's not that good to take up all of my computer space.
No,
Not at all. And
no.
the fact that it's just the same thing as Modern Warfare was doing, 100 gig updates, and like no,
No,
not at all.
I'm good. No,
And
no
for the
thanks.
state of like cheaters still in the game,
I was just reading an article. I was gonna like get through all the talks, but let's just talk
mhm,
about cheating because I have this terrible habit of because there were so many cheaters in Destiny. I got in this fucking mood when every time I sucked, I called somebody a cheater.
mhm.
Now, I read an article today that up to almost 50% it's expected of players in Modern Warfare or in Call of Duty are cheating. Taking over the number one spot from Destiny, by the way, which was it was Destiny this summer, was the projected per capita, not number of overall cheaters, because obviously
Mhm.
Destiny has less players, but yeah,
Yeah. No, I was really watching a streamer Iron, great battle royale player. He's more of a like a strategic player rather than high kills. He just really goes for wins and is really good at winning. Um, but I was watching him as I was going to sleep yesterday, and 3 out of the 2 games that I watched, he had a cheater in it.
That's crazy.
3 out of the 2, and it's like just solo, no squad with him, solo quadding,
That's
and I'm like, how do you really expect people to like to want to play this game
and they're
or
still playing.
keep
They're still
playing this game? I
playing.
don't get why.
I
I
know.
don't get why.
It's still one of the biggest games on the market.
I do not like. Do y'all like? Is that intriguing to y'all to be like, okay, maybe one time I'm gonna be the cheater. Okay, you kill a cheater one time. All right. The next game you're not gonna kill another cheater because
Yeah,
there's
it's
gonna be
gonna.
another one in the next
Yeah,
game
yeah.
and the game after that.
Well,
Probably not the next game
half of
after
your
that.
team and half of their team
Exactly. Like it's just
are using some kind of cheats.
like I don't mm-mm.
I think the number estimated was anywhere from 40 to 47%, and that's so they're basically saying 44 plus or minus 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah,
100%.
it's unfortunate. And me and you have joked about cheating in games. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go buy the cheats, dude. I suck. I'm
Mm,
buying the cheats. I
yep.
could never do it. There's no way I would ever be able to.
I
And
have
they're
too much
spending
pride in my play.
hundreds of
Exactly.
dollars on these. Just
I wish there was more like this one YouTuber, I forgot his
cheats.
name, but makes fake cheats. I really wish there were more people like that. Like he makes
He's a
cheats for
CS:GO.
CS:GO,
Yes, where it
exactly.
like
Those
every time they turn on their
videos
cheats, it
are
drops all their weapons.
hilarious. Like people need to be getting hit with that type of stuff.
Terry got me
Like
onto those videos.
hilarious, man.
That's
Start of the round, like he tries to turn a switch or whether it ends up shooting every single one of his teammates.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, I
There's
was
there's the one
crying.
that it doesn't activate until he like shoots an enemy until his like cheat activates and it drops all of his weapons. So like
Yep.
he gets into a firefight and so he like his cheat activates and it just drops all of his weapons.
There's one where he's like aiming at this dude, and as soon as he shoots, it like goes to the
Yes, I've
ceiling
seen those.
immediately.
I've seen
Oh, it's hilarious. The one that he can't,
those.
that they can't plant, and but they also can't drop the bomb, so they
Oh
just waste time. Like
yeah,
it says,
yeah,
it says that they're
that's
trying to
funny.
drop the bomb, but they can't. Oh, it's there needs to be more people like that that are sticking up for the people who are actually just trying to enjoy games
Yeah,
and not have it ruined by people who have absolutely no life.
because it pushes people out of the games.
Yeah, like and you would really think that game developers would realize that it is literally affecting their income,
I think they do, and
but they just don't care.
they've been cracking down on some of it, but it's just honestly the people that cheat are smarter than the people that make the
That is true.
games.
That is very true.
Um,
Well, no, the people who make the
Unfortunately,
cheats, not the people who
yes,
use it. The people who make
correct,
them.
correct. But if you're making the cheats, you're a cheater. Like
Yeah,
you would cheat
of
in a
course.
game. If you're gonna make a cheat, you would cheat in a game. So, like they're in the same category in my
Like
opinion.
you have to make sure it works somehow.
Yeah, exactly. But Destiny's gotten a lot better. But there for a while, there was a guy that like got Twitch famous basically because he would just buy a cheat. He had disposable income, I guess. He'd just buy a cheat and then start a new account, cheat, playing Destiny until he got banned, and that was the end of the stream for the day. And sometimes it would be days, weeks, there,
Mm.
months. There was one account like and he'd stream every day, and just like with the cheats up. Like he didn't try to hide it. He just, this is what I can do. This is what you can go do for $70 a month.
That's ridiculous.
I couldn't do it, and
The
yeah,
fact that
gave.
Twitch doesn't even do anything about that is kind of weird, but
Well,
it is what it is.
I think he probably had a thing with them. Was like, hey, I'm exposing these, I'm exposing these cheats, like, because
Mm,
I'm pretty sure he was part of the lawsuit with Bungie and Gator. He was
okay.
like a witness or something. But yeah, but he would just go on and he was like, this is how bad Bungie's anti cheat is. I can literally just cheat
Oh.
for hours,
Mhm.
days, weeks. They didn't, And he's like, as long as you're kind of careful with it, you'll never get caught. Now, Battle Eyes changed that a little bit, from my understanding, quite a bit actually. But you know, it is what it is. So yeah, back to Halo. What are you expecting out of the campaign? Are you expecting? I guess.
I've
Yeah, go ahead.
huge expectations for it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Because I've been a day one Halo player. Um, and none of the campaigns have failed to impress. And so I don't expect anything different. If anything, I expect a little more because they've had years to develop this and get the storyline down packed and make sure everything is working how it's supposed to be working. Because
Right.
nobody wants another Master Chief collection. Um, and I'm just expecting really big things. Like I want there to be replayability. Like I finish it and be like, yo, I want to do this again on a higher difficulty or something like that,
Right.
and
Right.
still
Right.
have the same amount of fun doing it that time. So yeah, there's some high expectations for it, and I really, really, really hope that they're able to pull that off. What about you?
Um,
What you expecting out of it?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's supposed to be Master Chief send off, right?
Hmm.
It's his last ride, so it's probably going to get emotional. There's probably going to be some tears shed at the end or in the middle, because Cortana, I think, has gone crazy. So we'll see about that. And he said
Hmm.
not really. Grenader Jake and ZK fought the same tier 2 days apart in trials. I mean, yeah, I mean they're still out there, but
Hmm.
they're getting caught faster for now. Like, um, they definitely are. But there's just new cheat. There's new cheats. As soon as one gets caught, a new one pops up. And they're all in these little Discord communities together, and they just pass them around to each other. You know, it is what it is. And it won't. You you can
It's
fight
not
it,
gonna
but
get eradicated.
you're not. Yeah, they're always going to be there.
Yeah.
Because like they're smarter than the people, because the people that are working at the gaming companies that do those kind of securities, they make good money, but not $100 for selling cheats to hundreds of thousands of people.
Exactly.
But um, it's cool. But yeah, Halo's a cool deal. Um, I think it's gonna be pretty big. What is the drop date? The 8th,
The
7th,
eighth. Yeah, the eighth.
something like
The
that of
next month.
December. Yeah. So we'll definitely be streaming that.
100%.
I'll You planning to take off that day?
When is that actually? Let me
Like,
see what date that is.
it's probably gonna be like a Tuesday or Thursday, you'd think.
Oh, Wednesday. Oof, in the
I
middle
was
of the
just
week.
about to say 343. They do something like a Wednesday.
I mean, I probably won't, and just stream a little bit for those 2 days when I get off, and then absolutely no life at that weekend.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
That's probably a pretty good plan. Oh, what did I do?
yeah.
Whoops. There we go. I think I fixed it. Hope I fixed it. Yep, did. But yeah, I was just looking at the Discord there. But yeah, just kind of it's eating time then. Christmas noobs. That's right. That's right. No, I'm ready. I'm ready. So yeah, I guess getting into the holidays. Any big plans for the holidays, or you gotta?
I'm not planning on going back home. Probably just gonna end up chilling at a friend's house. Eating some food. I'm probably gonna end up going back home during Christmas though.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna do both of them. That's too much money. I'm not trying to spend right now. But definitely Christmas going back home. But main thing, I'm just not gonna be working.
Facts.
Just gonna be relaxing, getting a little fat, and not working. Get off, basically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just
And then
chilling, just
make sure
chilling.
to just do a lot of PT when you get back.
Exactly, exactly. Because I do have
So
tests coming up.
I've heard the PT standards have changed. Have you been in long enough for to be part of that,
Uh,
or did you just come in after the?
no. So they changed it recently-ish, like a couple months ago. Um, become a lot easier actually. Um, it's actually extreme. I found it easy to begin with.
Oh yeah.
Um, but now it's just like if
Some
you
people
fail,
aren't.
like they're really just trying to like make it on the people. If they fail, you are just not doing what you have to do because of how
Right.
easy it is.
Yeah.
So I respect them in that fact, but it is still too easy in my opinion. But
Vandy wasn't around. Rank, and he's in the United States currently. Vandy.
oh yeah, I am currently E3. I actually just got my promotion letter, so I'm gonna be E4 coming next month.
Nice.
Um,
Congrats.
thank you, thank you. But yeah, I'm still on the stateside in New Jersey. Oof. Um, so yeah, I can't wait to get out of out of New Jersey.
So yeah, well, I was gonna ask
So
that as well. You gonna you getting PCS anytime soon, or and for people that are non-military, that's a permanent change of station.
yeah, I want to say that it really depends on how I'm feeling in the next couple years. Cause if like I'm more so leaning towards just taking my 3 more years here and just calling it a day and going about my business, going to school and starting my actual life. Um, but I really can't call it because that is 3 years away from now, and who knows where I'm going to be at that point. Um, and as of late, I'm not exactly sure if um I'm going to be staying around here just because of the new jet and everything. So it's still kind of up in the air. Like I want to get out. I honestly want to get out of the country. Um, just to explore. Like that's why I joined the military. Like get out of this area, to get out of the
Right.
states, just
Right.
explore different things
Yeah.
and meet new people and new religions and new everything. Um, and I haven't done that yet. I mean, I haven't been to the East Coast at all, so like this is a new area for me. So it's not horrible, but now I'm kind of ready for for a little bit more change up.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Um, well, I was gonna ask that. You know, are you a is a career a possibility? Because once you hit that 12 mark, that's a changer
It
for
is,
military.
but I would also be lying if I said I didn't miss aspects of my civilian life
No doubt.
and
No doubt.
want to get back to just kind of being able to live my life rather than it being dictated by the needs of greedy people. Um, so I don't know. My answer right now be like 100% no. But like I said, like I have no idea where I'm going to be in 3 years,
Right.
mentally or even physically. Even if I'm gonna not going to be here in 3 years,
It's
because I
true.
do have an option to reclass into a different job my 5th year mark.
Okay.
So depending on what I possibly can get then, if I can go overseas or I can just get a job that I actually really like that transfers really well into what I want to be doing, maybe, maybe. But at this point, no, no, I can't see me staying the whole 20.
Yeah, it's a long time. It's a long time.
Yeah,
Uh,
100%.
the benefits are really good though.
They are. They really are.
Uh, so there are definitely perks to the military, but it's definitely one of those things that first off you get out of it what you make of it, but
Thousand
it's
percent.
a lot of politics, a lot of bullshit, a lot of just
Yeah, like I said, I'm not one for the politics.
yep.
That
No,
was my major throw off. I said if because I respect everybody as a human. I'm not a big buyer into you're higher ranked than me, so I have to treat you different. Like I'm not into that at all. Like I'm a man, you're a man or woman. Um and I'm gonna respect you as that. Not I'm gonna respect you as a staff sergeant. I'm gonna respect you as a colonel. No, like I respect you as a human being. I show everybody the respect that they deserve, and I expect it back. Now I know that there's bosses and people of authority. I get that, but I'm not one to stick my leg out or give my hand to somebody just because they're higher ranked than me. I'm not that type of person.
yeah.
So
And you see that all the time. You go, someone gets their E4 to E5, where they're now an NCO, and it's like,
mm,
bro, what's
mm,
you were drunk with me yesterday, and you trying to sit here
exactly,
trying to like
exactly,
act all different, man. Get out of here.
exactly that. I'm like
Get out of here.
I'm just not. I'm not for it.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Um, well, I guess one more gaming thing that I kind of wanted to bring up is there's a lot of changes coming in Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you got a chance to read up on a lot of those, and we were talking about it a little before we went live earlier. There you like the movement and I'm assuming some of the ability aspects of Destiny as
Mm-hmm.
well. Um, do you think they're going too far with some of the nerfs, or do you think they're on par? Do you think they're not going far enough? Um,
Um.
because they're saying they want to go with the gunplay. They want it to be focused on gunplay. Whereas the whole Destiny has not been really about gunplay. It's been about the abilities.
So I feel like that's an ambitious thing for them to try and do is to make it solely about gunplay because they made a name of themselves because of the ability aspect of the game. Um, and I feel like them trying to do that is they're trying to be like another game that they're not. Um, and I feel like it is a a staple in their game is their abilities, but their balancing needs lots of work. Um, because I've still and kudos to them because I've still yet to play a game that gives me the feel of Destiny. Like it is a unique game, and like there's no other Destiny out there that's even touching the type of game that you're playing.
Oh, it's a great game.
Um,
Yeah.
it really is. It really is. Like like I said, kudos to them for making that game. But like, if you still want to maintain it, it's it's a thing of balancing, which I really feel like they need to do a better job of that. And we've talked about it plenty of times. Like, play tester shit.
Thank
Oh my
you.
goodness,
Yes. It's
play
obvious that
tester
they don't.
stuff.
It's obvious that they don't play.
It is super obvious, and like it. you're not hurting you're not hurting yourselves. You're hurting your player base, which in turn hurts yourself. But you're hurting the people playing your game because they're
Well,
expecting one thing
well, it's
and
like
they're
how many
not getting
times
it.
has Telesto been some kind of broken,
Yeah, like
and then they
something
fix
that's
it,
a
and
glitch.
it's broken in a different way. That just proves they don't play test their stuff, you
Yeah,
know.
it's
And
sad.
you know, P. Terry brought it up that one time that it's yeah, they can play test it all they want, but there's nothing like the weird dumb shit that Guardians are gonna do with weapons and ability. You know, there's no
That
way
is true.
they can simulate that because we're more creative. You know, they're worried about does it work. We're worried about can we break it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
So
true. That is true. Can we abuse this? No, I definitely get it. I sympathize for them in the fact of them having to balance for a wide range of player types because that's mainly the thing. They're having the struggle of catering to all the different player types that they have within the community. So I get it. I sympathize or empathize for them, whichever one. I don't know
I think it
for
would
them
be a
in
little
that
bit. I think it would
aspect.
be a little bit of both. I think.
Yeah. So like I get it, but majority of the player base just wants not broken stuff that you don't
Yeah.
have to later come back and fix. Like why can't it just be out the gate okay?
Yeah.
And then you have to either you buff it. Like I would rather them make something underpowered and then have to buff it afterwards, rather than something being overpowered and they take forever to nerf it.
Yeah. See, I feel like if they did it, like you said, if they made it underpowered, and then you can slowly buff it. You know, a
Hmm.
2% buff, 1% buff. Does this change it that much? Okay, maybe it didn't change it hardly at all. Let's try a 5% buff instead. You know, instead of we'll just make it where you can win whole rounds of trials with a grenade and a slam. Or for
Yep.
me, a a punch and stand in some fire. Like,
That is so broken. That's what I was thinking of when I heard that they are nerfing the Titan melee. I'm like, y'all are nerfing the wrong thing on a Titan.
it's not the shoulder
Like,
charges that are the
yeah, it is
problem.
not the shoulder charge that is the problem. It's the stuff that you compare the shoulder charge with that is the problem.
Yeah.
Dune marshes need to be nerfed.
Yes.
Bottom tree sunbreaker needs to be nerfed.
Yes.
Like they're attacking the wrong
I
part
shouldn't
of
be
the
able to
problem.
literally like I can literally stand there in my Sun Warrior forever. Forever.
Hmm.
As long as I don't move out of it, it'll stay there forever. And I can just recharge stuff faster. I get like let's see, what's the percentage? It goes from 81 to 94 on a crit. So that's what, I don't know, 1/8, something like that. So that's like 16, 14, 15%, like, just by standing in that well, get a 15% buff to damage.
Yeah, it's actually ridiculous.
So
And then it shows like there's a lack of I don't know if it's a lack of knowledge on their part or a lack of realization of to what's the real problem of certain things. And they just were like, okay, let's throw this at it and hopefully this fix it.
I
Because they haven't been watching the game as of lately. I have probably can count on my fingers the amount of times I've been shoulder charged in the last month.
I mean, I get it. It happens more in quick play, in control and stuff like that. It doesn't really happen in comp or trials.
Exactly, because you miss it, then you're out of the play.
Oh yeah, you miss it, you're done.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It's just the wrong parts that they're hitting
Yeah.
up
Well,
that needs to be
the
changed.
hunter stasis just got to go.
That's blatant. They got that
But
right.
but I now that they're saying that you're still going to be able to get. Don't be surprised if you still get killed in it, but they're gonna have to be running the Whisper of Fishers, and you're gonna have to be like in the middle of their shit, of that hunter circle for the slam to get you. My poor warlock is getting nerfed again. Yeah, stasis is. Well, now you can get into the arc warlock, and that's really where it's at right now, anyway.
That
Because
is true.
did they
Arc
nerf the storm
starters.
grenade? Because that thing is crazy,
People never really realized how good it was, and then like
bro.
everybody started using it because it actually is ridiculous. It is
So
like a
good.
great grenade. I feel like it's better than the pulse grenade, honestly, because it it
It's
I
so
feel like it
good.
covers a little more radius.
Yeah.
But it's actually really good, and it moves. So like
Yes,
yeah,
that's
no,
what I didn't
it's really
realize.
good.
Is it fucking chased me? I
Mhm.
was like, how am I dying over here, man?
Yeah, no, it definitely moves. Oh, but
No.
it's really good. I like that. Yeah, now they're adding skill to the hunter grenade. That's what it needed in the first place. Like there should be no reason as to you throw that glacier grenade and somebody is frozen outside of it, couple feet away from the grenade. You slam and they still die. There's
Well,
no reason that somebody who's not frozen by the grenade, you slam and then you still die. There's no reason
man.
that you're in the air above the grenade. They
But
slam and you still die. Like there's just no. How does that make logical? Like how is that
it's
reasonable?
crazy damage. It's stupid damage. Like,
And like the radius is like that of a is bigger than a Titan bubble. That's
yeah,
how big I feel that radius is of that of you exploding those glaciers. It's huge.
yeah. And it's like they compound on themselves. Like,
Exactly.
like if he only gets half of it, he may only kill one of you. But if he gets the whole thing, you're all dead.
Yep.
Like, so, but yeah, so expect if you're playing Destiny in the next 3-4 weeks before this patch goes live, they're gonna be everywhere because it's their last hurrah. So, um, well, I say that because they nerfed it before, so
Mhm.
we'll see. But
Yeah, it was
last
nerfed. That thing
topic on Destiny, Witch Queen, and the 30th anniversary stuff. You gonna participate in any of that?
was. To be honest, I'm gonna have to see how it plays out, like how everybody else plays it. Cause the reason I took a break from Destiny in the first place was because I'm mainly in it for the PvP, and the the status of the game or PvP in respect was just not that. Like
Stagnant.
exactly, it got repetitive. Everybody using the same things. Still, stuff is still broken. Like it just wasn't fun to play at all. And so they're gonna have to win me back. I should say, for me to really get back into the game. So I mean, I'll play all the free stuff. I can't see myself spending any more money on it until I see that it's deemed worthy of me spending more money on it.
Right. Well, I'll be
Because I've spent
streaming
a
it, so you'll be
lot
able
of
to get a
money.
little bit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
be able to see everything, but like, cause I've spent a lot of money on the game.
Same.
And to get the type of gameplay that I've gotten for the amount of money that I spent on the game is just it's kind of it hurts hurts
Especially
a little bit.
especially being a PvP main. Like, yeah, you
Exactly.
enjoy the PvE aspect, but um, it's very repetitive, and if the PvP is repetitive, then there's nothing to keep people around.
Hmm.
So yeah, no, I totally understand that, but yeah, so that'll be cool though. I think they're doing some of the right things, but we'll see. We'll see. Only time will tell, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna probably get the Gallahorn, I guess, just
You
because
definitely weren't happy about it.
no, no, I'm still not happy. It's I'm gonna give them one. I'm gonna give them one pay to win thing, and it's a Gallahorn. I understand. So if I'm gonna give them one, and then I'm also gonna give them the dungeon thing one time. So like it now, if they plan to do that moving forward, with the dungeons will be extra. As it'll just have to depend on what kind of, like, if there's exclusive weapons in there, that's very pay to win, and I'm not cool with that. So we'll just have to see. But I'm willing to give them a chance on it. But as soon as I've come to the realization that just because I put a bunch of money in it and a bunch of time in it and I've invested in it doesn't mean I can't stop.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where a lot of people get trapped, is like, oh, I've put all this time, all this money, all this effort into it. I got to see it out to the end. I got to see it all the way through. I got to finish it, the game, if if it's ever going to end, you know. And so I've kind of recently got out of that mindset where I can prove it to me, kind of like you're saying. I'm going to give them this one, but if it starts to look more and more like a money grab, which it has lately,
Yeah.
I'm out. So, because there's some other weapons that they could bring back from D1 that people would probably pay for. People would pay money for the icebreaker. People
I
would,
mean, I wasn't a D1 player, so I really
right.
don't know all those.
Icebreaker. I mean, not necessarily. You don't really need icebreaker anymore because you have reconstruction succession. But icebreaker basically would rebuild your ammo over time in an exotic sniper in D1. It was OP as fuck. It was a solar sniper. It was badass. But people would pay for that. I wouldn't, but there are people that would, and if they start doing shit like that, I'm out. But so,
I'm right there with you.
yeah. So maybe it pulled the ammo from thin air. Yeah, it wasn't from reserves. It just recharged its ammo. It was pretty cool.
Mm.
But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I guess I don't really have much else to talk about. I usually can talk forever. Tonight I just wasn't on point, man. It wasn't.
No, it was a great one.
No, man. I appreciate you for coming and hanging out, man, and doing this
Anytime.
with me. And I don't expect to get big or anything, but maybe try to get it off the ground and just talk to people about stuff. And I kind of want to get into the more mental health side because I'm obviously been struggling with some of that, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe document journey with people and things like that, and just talk about. That's why I'm talking about life. So just kind of get people's perspectives and you know see how it
Definitely,
goes.
definitely.
What just before we sign off, man, I kind of want to ask you what are your plans for your stream in your YouTube channels, and also shout those out. Give me all your socials and
Oh yeah, 100%. It's Topher, clearly on Twitch. That's where I stream. It's Topher Gaming is my YouTube. I really haven't uploaded in a while. I have actually like 2 videos I need to upload, but just haven't. Um, it's Topher is on Instagram. Uh, that's my gaming one. No Topher is my main one where I post my gaming and my music. Um, No Topher, you can follow me on SoundCloud. That's where I post most of my beats as well, if y'all are interested. Um, what else? I'm about to make a TikTok because I heard that's kind of a great way to kind of promote as well because there's a lot of views that you get on it. So I'll keep you updated with that one.
okay.
Um, but as far as my stream goes and my YouTube, it's all a part of my plan to promote my music in a sense. Um, just by doing something that I love to do, which is playing video games, and just the amount of music that I listen to while I play video games, I feel like everybody is listening to about the same amount of music while they're playing their game that they want to. So just trying to get promotion for that as well, and as well like, hey, if along the way I get big on Twitch, um, use it as passive income as well, just like another source of income. So it's it's kind of a promotion thing, and I just love to do it. I love playing video games, so why
Yeah,
not stream
it's an
it?
escape,
Why
right?
not?
Yeah,
Exactly, hundred
yeah,
percent.
and that's kind of what I've wanted to use mine to focus on is, I've been working on like some video editing and things like that. So, just it's a way to better myself, even if I don't make money off of YouTube or Twitch. I learned how to I've had to learn how to code a little bit to do a few of the
Mhm.
things on there. I've learned how to do some video editing. Like, I've worked on Premiere Pro. I've worked on Photoshop. Like that's I've learned how to do stuff on there, which I would never would have known how to do if I wasn't
Exactly,
messing around trying to make YouTube videos. So, um,
exactly.
yeah, I think it's really cool. Just get out there and better yourself, right? Do
Big
something every
facts.
day, learn something. Um, but we'll go ahead and sign it off here. I'm Enriched Uranium. I'm here with It's Topher. This is going to be posted to YouTube tomorrow morning, probably around 11 a.m. Central Time. Is probably just depending on how long it takes to get it off of Twitch and upload it onto the YouTubes. But if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to give us a like, subscribe, turn notifications on, and we will be back. And about every 2 weeks, we're gonna try to do it every second Thursday. So we'll be back in 2 weeks with another streamer gamer talking about life and stuff. But
And stuff.
that's right, man. I want to give another big thank you, Topher. Appreciate you, man.
Oh, no problem.
We're gonna
Anytime.
you're gonna hopefully you'll be a regular.
Oh, all the time. You got me.
All right, guys, signing off. Bye.
Peace.
Let's see if